I need some traction.
Hey folks, Lloyd Lobo here, co-founder at Boast AI and Traction. Today's Traction webinar is brought to you by Boast AI Launch Academy in partnership with Growth Lasers. As Patty said, as you're joining, introduce yourself. Tell us where you're tuning in from. We got like Florida and you got, I don't know, Los Angeles. I am tuning in from Austin, Texas after 5 weeks in Dubai. Patty, where are you tuning in from?
I'm from Vancouver, Canada, but because I sound really funny, I'm actually from the UK originally, from London.
And where are you right now?
I'm in Vancouver, Canada.
Fantastic. Awesome. Folks, so please introduce yourself. Excellent session here today. Patty McGill, head of ecosystem for eWebinar. eWebinar is one of the top platforms to automate your webinars. If you do these webinars and don't get people to join or can't get retention, what better way than to put your webinars on autopilot so people, you can run the same webinar like 100 times and generate leads while you sleep. Full disclosure, I'm also an investor in eWebinar, but that's not why I invited Patty. Patty has over 10 years of experience in managing affiliate programs with top SaaS brands like Thinkific, Unscreen, Restream, and online academies for the world's most prominent YouTubers. And referrals and affiliate marketing is one of the best ways to convert customers. And I've seen data there that shows that a warm referral generates or more than 3x likely to generate a sale. So Patty here is going to share his best tips and advice on how, as a SaaS business, you can launch a profitable affiliate program. Folks, as you're tuning in addition to introducing yourself, if you have any questions, type them in the Q&A tab and we'll take them at the end. Also, if you stick around until the end, Patty has a great bonus here. He's going to help you find your competitors, affiliates, and partners. He'll show you how to identify them with one simple search. So folks, stick around till the end. Patty has a great set of slides. Patty, introduce yourself and take it away, my man.
Hey everyone, so Lloyd, thank you so much for having me on. Hey everyone, my name is Patty McGill and I'm the head of ecosystem here over at eWebinar. I've got about a decade in experience managing affiliate programs for some huge SaaS companies and for some very large YouTubers and influencers. But I'm really delighted to come and show you some of the cool things that I've been able to do over my 10 years of experience. And just a quick shout out to the team over at eWebinar. If you've been doing the same onboarding and training and sales and marketing calls and demos and webinars over and over and over again, this is the tool to take it to the next level. So if you stick to the end as well, I've got an amazing bonus that I'm going to be giving away to everyone. It's complete for free. It's not going to cost you anything, but it's basically my best affiliate guide, worksheets, templates, absolutely everything you need to launch your next SaaS affiliate program. And of course, if you've got any questions, please get me into the Q&A now, but also feel free to email me. That's my real email address. It's p@ewebinar.com, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have about SaaS affiliate marketing. So here's a couple of things that we're going to be talking about. So first, it's going to be how to set up your affiliate marketing program. I'm going to be talking a bit more about where to find your affiliates, and then I'm going to basically give you some tips, insights, and some campaign strategies on how to manage and keep these affiliates happy. Because one thing I do know when it comes to, unlike most marketing campaigns out there, you can test ad budgets, you can test some landing copy, and you can iterate and revise on a regular basis. When it comes to affiliates and partners, you're dealing with a lot of time. You're dealing with human beings, so they all come with their own idiosyncrasies and little quirks and stuff that can that can stop things from happening. So it's very important to keep them happy. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So again, stick to the end because I'm going to show you how to spy on your competition, on your competitors as well. If you have a competitor, I'm going to take a risk on this. I already have like a brand lined up, but if you have a competitor of yours, put it into the chat. And maybe at the end I'll pick it out and I'll see if I can find your competitors' affiliates if they've got an affiliate program. So let's jump into it. Big stat here, it's basically 80% of all brands, according to FindStack, have an affiliate marketing program, and typically 15% of that, 15% of all revenue is attributed to affiliate marketing accounts. So I've worked at an affiliate network called AWIN. They're part of the Axel Springer Group over in Europe. And typically we found when I was in the sort of more in the e-commerce space, we'll find up to 30% of new revenue was generated through affiliates. So I can definitely say, like, if you have not explored affiliate marketing as a channel, or even partnerships, or even as something as basic as a refer a friend program, I highly encourage you to give it a try. But I want to give it a quick caveat with this though, and it's not for the faint of heart. Again, it is a bit of time suck, if certainly for starting out. So here's a couple of things that you actually need in order to make this the best success possible. First of all, you need a high converting sales funnel. If you look at it like this, a lot of influencers are taking the action of reaching out to either their audience, or writing some content, or creating some video reviews. Whatever that content is, they're doing that in advance of them being paid. So you've got to make sure that when they send traffic to your site, it has to convert. So this is one that when I've consulted with brands in the past, these are like generally the 3 questions I ask them, like, do you have a high converting sales funnel? Have you achieved, or are you close to achieving product market fit with your SaaS? And also, do you have the time and dedication to manage this, with maybe someone in your team? So when it comes to product market fit, why is this important? Because with product market fit, you understand your customers better. The outcomes that your product can deliver. The transformations that your product can deliver. And if you know all of this, and the language that resonates with your customers, you can deliver all of this over to your affiliates and partners, so they can get the absolute best of your knowledge. So when they go out and sell to those affiliates and partners, they're going to know straight away, hey, this is absolutely everything I need in order to sell and make sure that everything is getting delivered. So that's something very important to remember. Next, actually, it's time dedication. So you need the time, and you need to put the dedication. And this is not like again, like an ad campaign. You run, you test, you iterate, and then you see what happens from there. You're dealing with human beings. Things change, things happen a lot. So you've got to make sure that you're prepared to put at least 10 to 20 hours a week into making this work. One thing I wouldn't say is one thing I will say is that this is not like turn it on, give it 4 weeks, and if it doesn't work, turn it off. This is a commitment. So if you're committed to doing it, then I encourage you to take the next steps. So next, we're going to talk a bit more about tracking. Okay, so there's a couple of, sure everyone's heard of like these affiliate networks, AWIN, CJ, Rakuten, ShareSell, all these guys. But as you can see, it's a giant landscape. Affiliate marketing has grown, partnership marketing as a whole has grown, and there's lots of different options. So if you're starting out as a SaaS business, obviously your money and time is very, very important. So I would say if you're looking at if you're looking to build a network pretty quickly, an affiliate network could be one way to go. It's lower upfront costs. So in the case of something like ShareSell, which are used here, which I use actually over at Thinkific when I worked there before, that's $500 a month. $500 as one setup fee, and then you just got to keep a minimum balance in credit to pay your affiliates. So that's great, but there is higher potential for spam affiliates because they have lots of different people from lots of different industries and backgrounds and countries. So you're not sure about who you're going to get. So it's very important that you have the right controls up front to obviously like weed out these these bad affiliates and keep the good ones. But that's a great place to start. Next, you've got partner tracking software. So I'm sure everyone's heard of Partner Stack, Impact. There's lots of great options here. These are really good, but these are also bring your own network. So if you have, and I'm going to show you how to do some of that recruiting in just a moment. These guys have higher upfront costs, but they have really great tracking, really great scalability as well. And a lot of the time, places like Partner Stack and Impact, they are more heavily leaning towards SaaS and B2B, and in particular Partner Stack. So they're actually my number one recommendation. I think they're a great platform. I'm not getting paid to say that either, but they are a really great platform. If you are looking for an alternative that's maybe slightly less cost, First Promoter is a really great choice as well. And I think that starts at like $49 a month. So got some options in front of you. And again, like tracking is really important, because if you don't have the right tracking set up, if your affiliates don't feel confident that they're sending the traffic, and even if it's making sales, that they're not getting full visibility on how well they're doing, they're going to leave and they're going to go promote someone else. And unfortunately, they can be very fickle about this. So it's very important to make sure you're managing them, looking after them, and keeping them happy. Next, I want to talk about what do you pay affiliates. Now, I thought to myself long and hard that I could break down all of this into lots of different data, lots of different ways that you can pay your affiliates, but I wanted to keep it super simple because, according to the guys over at Supermetrics, who done, I think they interviewed like 84 different SaaS affiliate programs. 80% of those were all paying recurring commissions for their affiliates. And me personally, I highly recommend that you pay recurring commissions if it's possible, because it's one of the very best ways that you can reward your affiliates. And to give you a real example of this, and this is lifetime commissions, by the way. When I was at Thinkific, one of our competitors was Teachable, so teachable.com, great platform, but they had a 30% affiliate commission payout. And I think at Thinkific at that time, so 2016, we had it was 20%, but it was only for the first 12 months. And we were losing affiliates because that was the way it was always set. That was the way it was always set up. So we flipped it back to, we actually flipped that over to lifetime, and we started to then recruit and bring over other partners, because they were like, well, I've always wanted to promote Thinkific, but the commission was not high enough, or it wasn't paying, wasn't paying that long-term commission. Because again, you've got to think about it. These affiliates are writing content, reviewing your site. They're being an ambassador for your business. So, it's important that they get rewarded long term for this. But if you've got any questions about that, please do let me know in the Q&A. I'm just going to have a quick look to see. Yes, just a quick question aside. Chris said, will be slides be made available? Yes, there will be. I'm going to send them after that. So let's quickly jump into the affiliates themselves, and what do you actually need in order for them to be successful. So I've listed a couple of these things out here. So one, when in your affiliate tracking or in your email provider, you need a welcome and onboarding email sequence, because you need to stay in touch with these affiliates. And they're human beings, like I said. So people need, they need to be they need to be moved and herded into the right direction. So you need to be updated them very regularly. Hey, how are you getting on? Hey, we've just launched a new campaign. Or hey, you haven't driven any sales yet. Is there anything we can do to help? Drop them a video message. There's a lot of ways that you can do this. Now, the cool thing is, again, if you stay to the end, I've actually got like a lot of the stuff that you see here in our affiliate toolkit, and I'm going to be giving away to everyone that's joining us on the webinar today. So just to quickly go through this, the affiliate handbook is basically the one-stop shop for all of your affiliates to know exactly how to promote you, who you are, what you're about, what's your ICP, what's the main objections that that your brand faces or your customers give you when they're signing up. That's a really important document. And again, I've saved you a lot of time. I put all that together for you guys, so you can just fill in the blanks and then go from there. Next, the terms and conditions are really important as well, because one of the mistakes that I see, and this is honest, big confession now, big confession. I can't believe I'm saying this, because I might even get booted off a few programs myself. But most SaaS affiliate programs, they don't monitor the PPC affiliates that are buying their PPC brand name or bidding on their brand name. So you've got to have it explicitly clear in your terms and conditions that you don't want affiliates bidding on your brand name or bidding on variations or misspellings of your name. It's something that doesn't happen a lot in SaaS. I'm gonna totally admit this. I've built some landing pages and I run some traffic to some brand names of other SaaS platforms, and it's super easy money because they've done all the hard work. I'm just bidding on the brand. It's a low, it's usually a low CPC, and then I'm making sales from that. So it's very important that you make sure that when your affiliates sign up, They're telling you explicitly how they're doing that, how they're driving traffic to your site, and also in your terms that they can't be doing things that that you don't want them to. And again, it's all about protecting your brand, right? So you don't want your brand or your bidding being your adverts being put on sites that you don't want. And then next, you want to give your give your affiliates pre-written social copy, blog copy, any other videos and testimonials that's going to help them talk more about your brand and your business. The idea here is that you almost like want to spoon feed them this as much as possible. You want to give them like almost no excuse to fail. Give them absolutely everything they need and then some to ensure that they will get they'll get on the right path. So a couple of things that I want to just sort of highlight here, and this is again like why affiliate marketing and partnership marketing can take a lot of time. When you speak with your affiliates, you've got to communicate with them frequently. And when you can, do create some custom content where possible, because you might get affiliates that say, hey, I would love to get, maybe like a webinar training session. Let's just say like something like this. I come and talk about the product or the service to my audience. You've got to make sure that you have enough resources internally in order to fulfill that. And then again, make sure you're always tracking and optimizing your sales funnel and your affiliate funnels as well for performance. Next, couple of things I want to highlight. Don't ask them for freebies up front, because generally you're going to get a no. Don't pay them late, and then don't, please, love all things holy, do not set and forget it, because it's not going to work. If you do that, it's basically a guaranteed. It's just going to fail. So if you do that, that's literally the worst thing you can do. So couple of big do's and don'ts there, and hopefully you can take away some of those things and start thinking about again, do I have the resources internally to serve my customer, to serve my affiliates, to serve my partners that way. And of course, one last thing that you might need is a really good landing page to get them to come sign up for your affiliate program and break down what are the key benefits of signing up. So on to the cool stuff now. Let me just take a quick sip of water just for a moment and get the questions, everyone. I'll quickly read them whilst I'm taking a sip. David, I've got your questions. I'm gonna talk a bit more about my recommendations there near the end. So let's talk now about affiliates. Where can you find them? I'm going to, what's some of the key things do you need to bear in mind when engaging with them? And I'm also going to be sharing some of some really cool campaigns that I've been able to build over my time with eWebinar, with ViewScreen, with Thinkific, with absolutely all these other brands that I've worked with. So grab a pen and paper. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So the first and most easiest place that you can go to, I'm going to fix it up there just for a moment, is your customers, right? Your customers are the best people to promote you, okay? They're already using your product. They already trust you. They already know who you are. They already, know everything about what it is that you do, and they could easily go and sell that to their own internal network. So one of the cool things that you can do is, very simple. So actually, I'll go back to this. I'll go back to the story in just a sec. One of the things that you can do, and this is a really MVP way of finding out, who could be a good, who could be a good affiliate for you. Take your top, let's say your top 50 customers. If you don't have top 50, take your top 5 best customers. Take a percentage of the top, usually 10%, the top 10% of your customers, and basically just ask yourself these questions. Like, look them up online. You can use a tool like Clearbit to enrich the data so you can get some social media information. But I want you to ask yourself these questions. And I do talk about this at the end of the slide as well. But do they have access to the target customer that I'm going after? Have they promoted or done any sort of partnership marketing or joint blogs, co-marketing, any of that in the past? And are they having a good time with the software? If you ask these 3 questions and you're getting a yes, then they are potentially a very good candidate for you to be your first affiliates or your beta testers of this program. So when you reach out to them, you've got to say something along the lines of, hey, we're thinking of launching an affiliate program, a partner program, an ambassador program, a referral program, whatever it is. And we would love to get your feedback on what are the most important things for you, Mr. and Mrs. Customer. So once you get that information, then you can start shaping your program around that, because you want those customers, the ones who understand you the best, they're the ones who are going to be able to talk about you again to their network. And I want to highlight Greg Robertson here. This guy is a real powerhouse in the real estate industry, and we collaborated with him. He put together a short video for us, basically why he loves the webinar platform. And on his own blog now, on his own site, where he's talking about real estate industry news, he's encouraging people to come and check out the webinar demo. So it's a really great way of getting that social proof. We've got a happy customer, he's getting paid, he also loves the product anyway, so he's more than happy to spend a few minutes out of his time doing a video like this. So this is where I'm talking about some custom content can really help, and I would highly recommend that you build out like one template, one landing page template for your affiliates and partners, so you can just like swap in the video, swap out the header, swap out the logos that are obviously more relevant for your business. Sorry, for the customers, the customers industries that you're targeting. This is a really great way to do it. Next, I want to share a really cool story. This is Dave Chesson. He's a Kindle. Calls himself the Kindlepreneur. Interesting story. So I was when I was at Thinkific, I done the thing I told you about. I took the list, went through all of our top customers. Dave was on the list, and he'd been with us since I think 2016. So like just when I joined the business. Reached out to him. Hey Dave, we'd love to jump on a quick call, see how you're doing. We're thinking of launching an ambassador program. That's what we're talking about at the time. Are you free for a few minutes? And then he messaged me back, and he's basically saying like, I'm actually going to be leaving Thinkific. And I was like, oh my god, like why? And this guy had a lot of enrollments. So we ended up talking on the phone, having a chat, and basically turned out in 2016 he signed up, and he was on our old version of and I'm sure everyone knows this, like if you ever launch something on AppSumo, and you have to have a specific plan just for them. Thinkific done something along those lines. They upgraded their plans over time, but it meant like new Stripe IDs and things like that. So it meant like old customers that hadn't upgraded onto the new plans when they changed their pricing, they didn't get access to all the new features that they thought Thinkific didn't have. So he's like, I want to know why I can't do X, Y, Z with my call site. I'm like, well, you can. Like we've had that feature for years. So obviously we've done some investigation. He was on our old version of the Thinkific product. He didn't update it, and because guys like Dave who have a big audience, they have a big team that's running their operations. He wasn't necessarily looking at things day to day. It's just when he went to try some things, he was like, well, why is this not working? I'm going to go leave, and I'm going to go to Teachable. Thinkific's like top competitor at that time, and that's when I said to him, hey, look, well, we'll get this fixed. We'll get your account upgraded, and in exchange, would you be interested in like writing instead of like, because he was actually on the cusp of writing a YouTube review saying why he left Thinkific to go to Teachable, and then we ended up having a conversation. He ended up rewriting the whole video because he was so blown away with the product now and the service that he got. So it goes to show that spend that time reaching out to your customers and figuring out what's going well and what's not can really pay off in the long term. And from what I understand, even since I left, he's still an affiliate for those guys. So again, just to recap, are they finding success with your product? Is their audience complementary or a match to your ICP or your customer target? And have they promoted, co-marketed, or partnered previously? So use those three things, and you're going to be in a really good spot to start recruiting and start working with your customers. Next, I want to talk a bit more about blog and review sites. Content is it's blowing up. Basically, like people now are making millions of dollars per month, like with one blog that's reviewing SaaS products and SaaS tools. There's a huge opportunity, and people are using. I think Forrester's research, I can't remember the stat off the top of my head, but it's like 64% of visitors are visiting like user-generated content review sites before they go and buy software and SaaS products. So, building relationships with these brands is absolutely important. And again, like if you stick to your own, I'm going to show you how you can actually identify some of those. But what you'll find, and again with this guy Adam Onfroy, and like this is the guy that's making like $1 million a month through his blog. Like it completely blows my mind when I say that. He's doing a review of like the top online course platforms there, and you can see straight away like he's got some pretty good decent domain authority. And again, like whilst that volume is not high, these are super like transactional posts. So if you can get in with the content creators that are making a big difference there, you can really start stealing market share away from your away from your audience. Sorry, away from your competitors. My apologies. Next, I want to talk a bit about some of the cooler stuff. I think the coolest stuff anyway, like some of the influencer and content creator campaigns that you can run. So this is Hayley Burkhead from recurringprofit.com. This lady is an absolute like one of the greatest digital entrepreneurs in the world. She has a automated webinar funnel with eWebinar, and she's running all of her sales funnels through that, and she's making millions of dollars through a month through the sales of her coaching and course programs. So because of that success, again, similar to reaching out to your existing customers, Hayley is really well known in the space. So we collaborated with her and put together a. Let me just quickly get this out of the way. Got some stuff there. There we go. So we put together a webinar that's going to basically show course creators, so one of the ICPs of eWebinar, how they can hit their first $1 million in sales. So Hayley put together a presentation. Melissa interviewed her. We've got a template that we've built into our app. So her customers, if she wants to recommend a program, they can come and get exactly the template that she uses for her eWebinar. They can then use that for themselves and for their success. So very cool concept. And then with Hayley as well, she's obviously recommending us. She's talking to other influencers, other big influencers as well. So she's a great affiliate for us, and she's having great success with the platform. Couple other cool things done with Thinkific. We took basically influencers in specific niches, or niches, depending what part of the planet you're from. And I broke it down into sort of like coaching, courses, authors, and this was before summits got really sexy in like 2019, 2020. This was done in like 2018, top of my head. We got basically 10 authors and 10 online course experts to talk about how to turn your book into an online course. Quick interview, and then we got them all to share the talks to their email list. So they got rewarded the affiliate commission for generating the sales on the upsell that we've done at the end of each of these talks. We obviously got all of their students, all the people that are working with, all the people that could be potential Thinkific customers. And then since then, these types of activities scaled into the Thinking Color Summit that done with Zadie Buckley. So me and Zadie, we met at Social Media Market World back in, I think it's 2019. We talked about building a summit that champion diversity and female entrepreneurship. And then since then, that summit has gone from absolute strength to strength, and using that model of bringing in influencers, people who have access to the target customers that we want to go after, providing massive value to the influencers as well, because with Zadie, we're able to make her the face of the face of the whole summit as well. She got access to everyone that signed up to the summit, so that boosted her list too. And from what I understand now, in 2021, so I can't take any credit for this, but the leads generated for that last summit they'd done was like 25,000, and it went on to win an Adweek lead gen campaign of the year. So like I can say 100%, like doing summits or even these like small like expert lead gen talks is a really great way of like building sales, building leads into your business. Again, you don't have to do this even with influencers. You could do this with other brands as well, and I'm going to show you a couple of examples of that pretty soon. Next, some cool stuff here. So the hot word of the week. Seems like communities is like now the cool word. So I'm always trying to be hip with the cool kids. Communities are one of the best ways for you to start growing your affiliate program and to start growing the leads and sales to your site. Now, obviously, I know like entrepreneurship, content creation, it's quite a vast category. If you're in like a fairly specific niche and you don't have a lot of communities, then that's fine. I would say like look to like the LinkedIn leaders, the thought leaders that are on LinkedIn, other associations and other places where your customers congregate as a good way of like finding opportunities to reach out to them and say, hey, we'd love to work with you. We've got something I've offered that we think is going to be of interest, not just to you, but also to your business. Sorry, to your customers, to your members. In this case, this is Rob Balasabas, good friend of mine. He was former social media manager at Thinkific. He's got his own content marketers cafe, and as you can see here, he's basically placing links, affiliate links within his community. And me personally, when I was working with Restream, I went and approached, because it's in the live streaming space, predominantly gaming as well. Went and approached lots of different Facebook groups and said, hey, put this as a pinned post. Put the Restream sign up for free post at the top of your group. I'll pay you, and it's crazy because it really didn't cost me anything. It's $50 a month, and every time someone arrived at this Facebook group, the first post they see was like, go sign up for Restream for free. And then when that customer eventually upgraded, or perhaps they wanted to connect more live streaming accounts, then they started to make commissions off that as well. And some of the groups we're getting like 20 to 50,000 like impressions of like just one link in one group every single month. So this works. Find those communities, give them something of value. Again, it can be more than just a commission, because also when it comes to content creators like this and B2B thought leaders, a lot of the time they want to talk about promoting themselves and bringing more awareness to what they do. So I want you to really think about what can you bring to them, to these thought leaders, to these communities. It's going to be a big value to them, also a giant value to those communities too. I'm really lucky, like when I get to work with Rob, I can say, hey, can you do me a favor and promote this please, if you like it. So I don't have to jump through too many hoops. One cool strategy right now that I've been exploring is actually Substack. So what you could do with Ahrefs, which I'm going to talk about near the end, is obviously Substack. Everyone now is writing their own newsletter. Everyone wants their own way of communicating with their communities and customers. The cool thing is with Substack, because they use a subdomain system, you can go into places like Ahrefs, do the simple search for them, and then you can get a list of basically every single Substack newsletter, and then from there you can start filtering it out via keywords. So it could be content creation, it could be SaaS affiliate marketing, it could be whatever it is, and then you can start take this list and actually reach out to them, say, hey, we'd love to sponsor your newsletter for a month. In exchange, we'll give you commissions and a small fee to put the banner on the top. And what you'll find, a lot of these, you're probably thinking, right, Paddy, that sounds really expensive, but the cool thing with this is that we're talking a lot with generally not professional marketers, but people that are building a community first. They're talking to their audience first. They want to share that message. So they're not necessarily thinking about like, how much money can I make per month from this? Generally, a lot of the time, if you go up to these newsletters, say, hey, we'd love to give you like $100 to sponsor your newsletter. Certainly if they have access to someone you want and they've not done sponsorships before, they're going to be very happy with themselves, because you can say, oh, I've got $100 and I'm going to be able to make on average like $1,000 from all the sales that come in, if only 1% of those people on my list go on to convert. So Substack is a really great way to do it. Any of these off social media platform newsletter services, it's a great way to do it. Cool thing as well, we've done one with a SaaS group recently, similar website what we're talking about now, and what we've done there, we basically built this onto his blog, so people can go and register and watch the replay. So again, SaaS groups, very powerful. Couple other ways you can do it. PPC, I think I talked about that earlier. Don't recommend it. Don't recommend getting PPC affiliates. I will say there's only one company I would recommend, and that's Semantic Labs. So shout out to Erwin. Hope you're doing well, mate. That's a really great platform. So they can definitely help you with PPC, but you've got to make sure that your paid team or your paid advertising team are are on board with that. Media sites, if using stuff like Harrow, Harrow is a really great way of recruiting new partners and affiliates. So instead of just saying like, hey, I want to hey, I want to do a comment on someone else's post, put a Harrow request out there and say, hey, we're looking to interview 10 thought leaders in the Saas customer service or customer success space. We're looking for 10 people that want to talk about XYZ. It's a great way of, again, pulling in influencers, pulling in thought leaders, because these people want to talk about themselves. You can build some campaigns around that, and then you can start the process of recruiting them as an affiliate and partner to your site. Associations are great. Cool thing with associations is that they are, a lot of the time, they don't have like high tech. They're not exactly like the most high tech of organizations, and they run on a membership and a dues process. So every month they have to justify this membership, to their members, and if they're not delivering content that's going to help them get either the outcomes or the things that they want, people are going to leave and they're going to churn. So they are in desperate need of really, really good content that's going to help their audience. So again, I want you to think about what content can you provide to your affiliates and partners that's going to help them get a big result. Next, I'm going to use some examples here of some brand to brand stuff. So one cool thing we've done with after all the webinars and the summits that I've done with Thinkific, me and Rob, the social media guy I mentioned earlier, we had a great working relationship with TubeBuddy. So TubeBuddy is like a really fantastic online social media tool that helps you, rank and build your YouTube channel faster. They reached out to us, said, hey, we were so impressed with the virtual summit you've done. Could you help us build one? We said, yeah, of course. Like, this makes, we're happy to do it, because we'd refined that process so many times. It was very quick for us to put something up. But we said, in exchange, we obviously want to be able to get access to all the registrants that sign up. Now, the cool thing with this, these guys have got millions and millions and millions of users of their product. So I can't say how big their email is, but I'll let you sort of like imagine that, the opportunity there is absolutely enormous. So we said to them, we'll build the summit. We'll obviously help and get some speakers recruited. We'll take care of all like the backside, the back end of that. And then you send the email out to your audience, and then we'll go from there. So it was a great, long story short, very successful campaign for us. And again, what did it do? It delivered giant value to the end user, in this case, TubeBuddy's end user. We made it easy for them to promote us, because we'd done all that. We took that off the table. And again, we made it a win for, not just for them, we made it a win for us as well. So again, a really great way of doing a brand to brand deal. One thing I want to highlight here. So this is cool. Now, I say it's cool. Like, there's a couple of cool things here. So this is, when I was talking about the Substack stuff, this is basically like a marketplace called Paved. You can sign up and you can basically, it's like a solo ads email marketplace. So you can search for brands, other SaaS brands that have sponsored other newsletters, and then you can figure out the ones that they'll show you the ones. Let's say, for example, Thinkific. I can see who Thinkific had sponsored, and I can actually see, okay, well, they've got an audience that's a pretty good fit to us. Why don't I go and sponsor those newsletters? Now, I will caveat with this, and I'm sorry, guys, Pave, I had some really good experiences, and I had some okay-ish experiences. So I don't know whether or not I would use them, but if you have, let's say, if you want to make it really easy for yourself to sponsor, let's say, entrepreneur.com or Forbes or Inc. or something like that, all those guys are in this marketplace. You simply just swipe your card, put in whatever the message is, and then, hey presto, you're on their newsletter list. Don't need to talk to anyone, don't need to speak to a media manager. It's all done internally. So I think these guys have got a great concept, but it definitely needs a bit more refinement. Talking a bit more about some of the cool brand to brand stuff. So when I was consulting with the guys over at Uscreen, they're like an online video site. So you can sell like memberships, you can have like your own workout app and stuff like that. During COVID, obviously a lot of gym instructors either getting fired from their jobs, or they were getting their gyms closed down. They didn't know what to do. So what I was sort of racking my brains, I was like, okay, so what's the key things that these gyms need, or what are they using on a daily basis? And then it like struck me. It was like, okay, they need insurance. So like, I wonder if there's something there. So approached multiple insurance companies, and it turns out that actually, if you let's say if you've been an offline instructor for years and years, and then you finally turn it on to an online course, and you bring your offline students online, if they get injured, you can actually be held liable. So only in the USA, right? So they can be held liable. So it's very important that you have the right insurance coverage. So now that's why I was like, okay, there's a connection here. So these insurance companies, they're probably not talking about how to build an online class, how to take your gym online, etc., etc. They don't have any content like that. I can guarantee, that's what they've been craving. That's what they've been asked about. So I called these companies up, said, hey, it's Paddy from Uscreen. We're an online platform, does XYZ. We're creating some content around how you can turn your offline class online, and we'd love to know if there's a way that we can share this information with your audience. And also in exchange, we'd love to share a coupon or a voucher code to our audience, to those fitness instructors that haven't yet got insured. So it's a mutually beneficial partnership. Again, it's a giant win for both, and it's absolutely amazing. Amazing initiative. So it just shows that your affiliates, these partners, can be found in all these different places. And then again, on the flip side, we put a little logo up and a link to the insurance. So again, key thing with all of this is, do your ICPs and brand values align? Is there a gap or need in the content that you or a mutual customer or influencer can fill? Can they directly, and obviously with the brands you're working with, can they directly message their audience? And is it a big win for all of them involved? All right, so that's it, peeps. You made it. So before I jump into the search, I actually want to answer a couple of questions. Lloyd, are you happy for me to do that, mate?
Yes, please. Please, you made it. Now answer the questions.
Now answer the questions. Here we go. Okay, so everyone, if you've got questions and you put them in the chat, please get them into the Q&A and I'll make sure that I answer them. So Ram Chella says, I manufacture air quality monitors as a hardware and e-commerce product. Which affiliate network is best for such kind of products? So if it is e-commerce, I would say ShareASale, biggest network. It's the cheapest to get started. And they have a very easy way of for you to reach out to affiliates and partners. So Ram, that's my recommendation there, ShareASale. David Daniels says, if it's not too disruptive, Paddy, can you please ask what affiliate platform and tools do I suggest endorse? I mean, I shared a few today, but what I would say, David, depending on the industry that you're in, if it's Saas, then I would definitely set, and you've got the budget, we're talking like $20K to set it up, then Partner Stack. If it's less than that, then I would say First Promoter. But again, if you're in e-commerce, then I highly recommend someone like ShareASale, just simply because it's very easy to set up and it's very cheap, and you can find out quicker than buying something like, say, Impact, which, while serves e-commerce and SaaS, is very expensive as well. So ShareASale is my recommendation there. I think so. We've got anonymous attendee. We'll see this guy or gal a lot. Can I elaborate the Partner Stack and the cost again? Yeah, so it all depends on the plan that you want, but it can start between things like 15 to 20K for an annual fee. So I recommend you check it out. Jake asks, where can I find great affiliate marketers to join my team? So actually, Jake, so if you stick around just a sec, if we're talking about affiliate marketers to join your team in-house to promote you, then you could check out places like Fiverr and Upwork. There's also a host of different SaaS communities, affiliate communities. There's the Partnerships Lounge that's over on guild.co. You can go and check that out. But if you're talking about, can I find affiliates of InvestNext? So what I will do, Jake, so I want to make sure that I do this search right the first time. So I don't know if InvestNext has an affiliate program, but here's what I'll do, Jake. If you if you direct message me here in the chat, so just make sure you go to the chat and then drop me a note directly. Send me your email, and then I'll send you a list of their affiliates if they have an affiliate program after. Let me see, George. Any best practices of how much to pay affiliates, say on the percentage basis of sales they help generate? So, yeah, so definitely. So there's a couple of ways to do it. So one is to like just take your entire cost of your product from your staff, your all the services you use, literally like the lunch that you eat. You get your entire cost for making that sale. And generally, I say like take around a third of whatever your make it sort of a third of whatever your customer acquisition costs are is a really good. It's a good place to start. It's not the golden rule, but it's a good place to start. But you've got to. But if you're unsure, then you can always look at your competitors. So if you have competitors in your market, and everyone is paying 30 or 40%, and you're only paying 10, then maybe it's time for you to change. Obviously, if it makes sense for your bottom line to change that commission. I hope that answers your question there, George. Please do let me know if you've got any more. All right, so there the Q&A questions done. I'm going to quickly hop into the chat. Looks like we're all good. Yeah, hey everyone. So thank you. So again, thank you everyone. You made it. So what I want you to do now is grab pen and paper, because I'm going to show you how you can look up your affiliate, your competitors' affiliates. Now, fortunately for the guys at Thinkific, I'm really sorry everyone. I'm going to be stealing your affiliates just for a moment. So let me quickly change my screen share, and we'll get this up and running. Quick question actually from Christian. Do I have any recommendations for a company activating in the HR industry? Yes, in fact, if you look at someone like PartnerStack, for example, they have a lot of like remote working, job board type of software. And with the search that I do, and I'm going to show you in just a sec, you can actually look up all of those different sites, because they use one specific link that PartnerStack uses for them. It's a wildcard.gsm.io, put that into Ahrefs, and then you get a list of every affiliate that's on their network, and then you can filter it out by the brand that you want to work with. So again, Christian, please go ahead, drop me a note directly with your email address, or actually we will have a toolkit for you to download in the replay email that Lloyd's can drop out. So if you sign up for that, then I'll definitely drop you over some more info. But yeah, please do let me know. Amelie he says, how would affiliate incentives work differently if we sell expensive hardware versus SaaS? Look, the concept is the same, right? So you need to just figure out what can you afford to pay, if at the bottom line of your sale, like your customer acquisition cost, what do you have left? What's your remaining profit? What percentage of that profit can you take and give to someone else? What is it that's going to make it, comfortable for you and also good for your partner? And again, typically, whatever you've got remaining, 1/3 of that is a good place to start. But again, if you're not sure, look at your competitors and find out what they're paying too. George says, thanks, he did it. Thank you, George. Appreciate it, mate. So let me go ahead and get my screen shared. All right, everyone. So if you're not familiar with Ahrefs, it's a really fantastic platform. It allows you to look at all of the backlinks, all of the key information about any brand or business that has a website online. You can see, what blogs are talking about them. You can find out, in this case, affiliates or partners that are promoting them. It's a really great way to do it. So this is the quickest way to do it. If you want to look up any of your competitors, partners, and affiliates, you put in their domain here, hit search. Then, in this case with Thinkific, I'm going to go to their backlinks here. It's just loading up. Now, obviously, I've got the benefit of knowing what their affiliate tracking links look like. But if you see here, there's a review. If I take this site here, Learning Revolution, this is Jeff Cobb. Shout out to Jeff Cobb. Hope you're doing well, sir, if you're watching this. He's writing a review about other course platforms, but it does actually recommend Thinkific. So within this blog, he recommends Thinkific here. And do you see this link? Do you see this link? What you can do is take this link. You see this question mark GSPK equals. You can take that and actually put that into the search itself as a parameter. So you look for just this parameter here, question mark GSPK. Now, if this is on a site that has like lots of different, like a Medium, for example, medium.com, obviously that has lots of different links, lots of different backlinks. You just want to do it as one link per domain. And actually, I'm just going to quickly put that in here. GSPK. And we hit search. What we'll see here, we've got 352 unique domains that are all promoting Thinkific, and we can see exactly what they're talking about. Now, one of the cool things now is that we can actually sort this by domain rating. We can even sort it by traffic, so we can see who are like the top blogs that we should reach out to first. So from here, you can export this list, and then you can put it into something like Hunter, an email finder, whatever you use for outreach, you can put it in there. I use a system called Bostaga. With my outreach, I'm getting about a 60% open rate and a 6% reply rate from a cold email. And I've got some templates and some methods that I'm going to also share when the replay comes out. So download that toolkit. But as you can see, it's very easy for you to figure out very quickly who your affiliate, who these potential affiliates are. And this works for pretty much everyone. So I'm going to give it a go. Let's actually have a quick look here. What's the guy? InvestNext. Okay, Jake, this one's for you, buddy. I'm going to put this in here. Let's see what comes up for InvestNext. Okay, so cool thing here, InvestNext has one link domain. They got 512 backlinks from domains. Aha, yes. So you see here, you see this question mark, AFMRC. This is affiliate tracking, this is basically affiliate tracking script. So same thing again, we copy that. We get rid of this part, just go up to the equals, we hit enter. And we see 9 unique domains that are promoting InvestNext product demo. So you can export that list, reach out to each of these sites that are promoting them, and then go from there. So that's how you do it, my friend. Awesome. So I think that's it. I think we made it, everyone. I encourage you all, though, to check out the replay that Lloyd's going to drop out, because I've got an affiliate toolkit that I put together for everyone. It's a full affiliate handbook, screening questions for your affiliates, and also some really great templates. And I use a real life example of a template of a cold email, ice cold email that I sent to a really big digital entrepreneur that I've wanted to work with for years. And this was only 2 days ago, and got like my first response. And this guy calls out really crap cold emails. So the fact that it worked, I was very happy with that. So I've got that example in there for you to take some inspiration on. Lloyd, I think we're done, my friend. But do you have any questions for me at all?
That was a fantastic session. I learned a ton. I am going to cold email a bunch of people to affiliate my stuff. But meanwhile, what are some books that you recommend reading on the topic, or your favorite books? Maybe it could be first principles books, or could be anything else that has shaped your journey.
My first book is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Right, that's
I second that. That was my first book I ever read. Dale Carnegie.
That guy is absolutely amazing. Obviously there's a few things that, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's a little bit out of date, but I think the principle, the essence of like making a great first impression and, remembering people's names and, making them feel special is like, it's very, very important. That's a great thing that's really helped me on like my business development journey as well. There's a guy called Rob Glazer who wrote a book called Performance Partnerships. So Robert Glazer is basically CEO of a giant affiliate marketing agency, probably the biggest one in the world, if I'm not mistaken now. Geez, yeah, he's got very big acceleration partners. But he wrote a book pretty much calling this out like a couple of years before it got, before it sort of got to where it is. So Performance Partnerships, great book. I think the guys over at impact.com have just launched a book as well, but I haven't actually read it, so I can't really comment on that. But Performance Partnerships are all thing around partner marketing, how to win friends and influence people. What else have I read? I mean, that's the two that spring to mind right now. Like I listen to a lot of audiobooks. That's my jam at the moment.
You and me both. And growth hacks and tactics go out of style, but first principles are here to stay. And that's why I love that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Influence by Robert Cialdini. What a pleasure it's been, Patty. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Man.
Bye-bye.
I need some traction.